Good morning, friends. Today we'll discuss a very important concept in the Constitution of India. Does the term law in Article 13, Clause 2 of the Indian Constitution include constitutional amendment under Article 368 of the Constitution? Now, what is the significance of this question? What difference does it make if the word law in Article 13 Clause 2 include constitutional amendment or if doesn't include constitutional amendment? The significance is, if it is included within the word law, then the Parliament will have no power to amend Part 3 of the Constitution. So it is a very important question. This question came up for consideration of the Supreme Court for the first time in Sankari Prasad versus Union of India, where the Supreme Court decided that it does not include constitutional amendment. So law in Article 13 Clause 2 doesn't include constitutional amendment as passed by the Parliament under Article 368. So the Parliament does have a right to amend Part 3 like the other parts of the Constitution. The question again came up before the Supreme Court in Sajjan Singh versus State of Rajasthan. The Supreme Court again reiterated its earlier stand and declared that it does not include, the word law does not include constitutional amendment passed under Article 368 of the Constitution of India. This question again came up before the Supreme Court in another landmark case known as Golaknath versus State of Punjab, where the Supreme Court overruled its earlier decision in the earlier two cases and said that the word law in Article 13 Clause 2 includes constitutional amendment, and whatever was amended earlier to that, the Supreme Court invoked the doctrine of prospective overruling, and the problem was solved regarding the retrospective operation of this decision. Now, in order to nullify the decision of the Supreme Court in Golaknath's case, the Constitution's 24th Amendment was brought by the Parliament, and by way of 24th Amendment, Clause 4 was added to Article 13 of the Constitution of India, where it was clearly laid down that the word law in Clause 2 of Article 13 does not include constitutional amendment. This was obviously done to nullify the effect of the decision of the Supreme Court in Golaknath's case, as whatever is declared by the Supreme Court is the law of the land. Now, this 24th Amendment was challenged before the Supreme Court in the celebrated case of Kesavananda Bharati versus State of Kerala. In this case, the Supreme Court had the occasion to apply its mind on the ambit of the power of the Parliament to amend the Constitution. Is this power to amend the Constitution in Article 368 unfettered or limitless? The Supreme Court, after a lot of deliberation, the 13-judge Constitution bench evolved the celebrated or the very important theory of basic structure or basic features of the Constitution, where it decided that Parliament has the right to amend any part of the Constitution but subject to the basic features. But then it upheld the Constitutional 24th Amendment Act and imposed important restrictions on the power of the Parliament to amend the Constitution. The theory of basic feature or basic structure therefore limits the power of the Parliament to amend the Constitution. And we all know that these basic features or the list of basic features as evolved by the Supreme Court in Kesavananda Bharati is not an exhaustive list. In Kesavananda Bharati's case, some basic features were laid down. Later on, in Minerva Mill's case, later on in more cases, more basic features were laid down. And this list of basic features is actually not exhaustive as laid down by the Supreme Court. So, the Kesavananda Bharati case is perhaps the most important landmark in the judgments of the Supreme Court, in that it laid down a very important fetter or impediment on the path of the Parliament to amend the Constitution by evolving the theory of basic feature, thereby imposing a very important check on the dictatorial ambitions of the political executive of that time or of those times, which laid down the foundations of judicial review as one of the most important basic features of the Constitution of India. Friends, more of this will be uploaded in the next videos regarding the important basic features of the Constitution of India as evolved by the Supreme Court from time to time in various decisions. Thank you.